Okay, let's talk about AI and our jobs. Because right now, the headlines are giving us all whiplash. One day, AI is this incredible world-changing innovation, and the very next, it's the reason thousands of people are getting laid off. It's a lot. It's confusing. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise and figure out what actually matters for your career in this new age of AI.
I mean, this is the big question, right? It's on everybody's mind. Is AI coming for my job? The news is just all over the place. You hear that AI is going to create this amazing new world of productivity, and then you hear it's going to replace all of us. It is really, really hard to know what to believe. So let's take a look at what's actually happening on the ground.
So on the one hand, yeah, the fear feels pretty justified. I mean, you look at a huge consulting firm like Accenture, they laid off 11,000 employees. That is a massive number, and it definitely sends a signal that, whoa, big changes are coming.
And it's not just some isolated case. Look at IBM. They've been super open about replacing hundreds of jobs, specifically with AI systems. This is the part of the story that really fuels all the anxiety. But it's only half the story. Because here's the twist. The very same companies that are letting people go, Accenture, IBM, you name it, they are also pouring millions, and I mean millions of dollars, into expanding their AI capabilities and training their workers to use these new tools. It doesn't add up. It feels like this huge contradiction. So what is really going on here?
Well, this brings us to what we're calling the great AI contradiction. It's this really strange reality where companies are doing two opposite things at once. They're cutting jobs, but they're also investing a ton of money into the exact technology that seems to be causing those cuts.
And this chart really shows the why behind that contradiction. Okay, so look at the bar on the left. About half of all companies surveyed are already using AI for daily decision-making. That's huge. But now look at the bar on the right. Only 38% of those companies feel like their employees are actually prepared for it. See that space between them? That's the key. We're calling it the AI readiness gap, and it explains so much.
And the contradictions just keep on coming. So inside the office, companies are all in. They trust AI to help run their business. But then, when it comes to hiring new people, that trust just vanishes. Get this, only 27% of recruiters are okay with you using AI tools to, say, write your resume. So the message is basically, we'll use AI to run our entire company, but don't you dare use it to apply for a job here. It's a total double standard.
So if the big problem is this readiness gap, then what's the solution? This brings us to the new must-have skill. And I've got to tell you, this is the most important part. It is absolutely not about everyone needing to suddenly become a programmer.
The skill we're talking about is something called human-AI fluency. Think of it like learning a new language. It's the ability to work with AI, not just use it like a calculator. It means you can take what a machine spits out, you can question it, you can spot its flaws, you can understand its strengths, and then you can keep adapting as the tech gets better and better. It's a living, breathing skill.
You know, this quote from the researcher behind this data, Murugan Anandarajan, just nails it. He calls it digital bilingualism. I love that term. It's about being fluent in two languages at once, the cold, hard logic of machines and the subtle, creative judgment of humans. The real magic, the real value, is in being the person who can act as the bridge between those two worlds. And if you look at the actual problems that companies are wrestling with today when it comes to AI, you see exactly why this fluency is so critical. Their biggest challenges aren't really technical. They're about judgment and strategy. They're asking, how do we use this thing ethically and responsibly? How do we get everyone to use it? And most importantly, how do we turn all this data into something that actually helps us win? These are questions that a coder can't answer alone. But someone with human-eye fluency, they're perfectly suited for it.
So how do you actually build this kind of fluency in a company? Well, it's not just about buying some fancy new software or making everyone sit through a training day. There's a secret ingredient, and honestly, it has nothing to do with technology at all. It all comes down to trust.
Just take a look at this number, 2x. What in the world could that possibly mean when we're talking about AI and jobs? Well, it turns out to be one of the most important findings in this whole thing.
It means this. Companies with a high-trust culture are nearly twice as likely to actually get real results, better performance, more innovation, from all the money they're spending on AI. It makes sense, right? When people feel safe enough to experiment, to ask questions, even to fail without getting blamed, they're so much more willing to embrace these new tools. Trust literally turns AI from a threat into a massive opportunity.
But here we go again with another disconnect. This chart shows a real puzzle. So look at that big piece of the pie.
86% of companies offer some kind of training. On the surface, that sounds great. But now look at that smaller number. Only 36% are actually making these AI skills a priority for the people they're hiring right now. So they know they need these skills, but their actions just aren't matching up with that knowledge yet.
So after all of that, what does this actually mean for you, for your career? Well, this brings us to our final section, your new career advantage. And the key here isn't to think about how to protect your job from AI. It's about how you can use AI to redefine it.
We're already seeing the rise of these amazing new hybrid roles. Think of an AI translator. This is the person in the meeting who can listen to all the tech jargon from the data scientists and then turn to the CEO and say, okay, here's what this AI model is telling us in plain English, and here are 3 ways we can use that to make more money this quarter. Or a digital coach, someone who might be in HR or marketing, whose job is to help their own team get comfortable and creative with these new smart systems. See, these aren't tech jobs, they're human jobs, just supercharged by technology.
So here's the bottom line. Your new competitive advantage in the workplace isn't about trying to be faster or smarter than a machine. You can't win that game. The real advantage is in the blend. It's your uniquely human judgment, your curiosity, your creativity, your ability to adapt, all combined with the incredible power of technology. That blend is what companies are absolutely desperate for, even if their own job descriptions haven't quite caught up yet.
So let's end with this thought. Maybe, just maybe, we've been asking the wrong question this whole time. Instead of losing sleep worrying, will AI take my job? The much more powerful and frankly more exciting question to ask is, how will I use AI to redefine it? Because the future isn't going to belong to the machines, it's going to belong to the people who are fluent and working right alongside them.